Hi everyone, it's Jin from CodesMine. In this tutorial, I will discuss how to use the short, the int, and the long data types in Java. Before we proceed, let me highlight the differences of these data types. The short data type uses 16-bit of memory, which means it can hold a much lower number compared to the int and the long types, which are 32-bit and 64 bits respectively. The short data type is also the least used amongst these three due to its practical use. Having said that, avoid using this data type unless you absolutely have to. Moving to the int type, the int data type is the most popular amongst these three, as this data type is commonly used in a control loop. In addition, when you use numbers in a Java program, they are being treated as int, or commonly known as integer literal. Therefore, when you have to assign a value onto this type, you will not require to explicitly mention int to the value. Moving on to the long data type. The long data type is commonly used when you know the value you will be assigning would go lower or higher to the allowed value to the int data type. For instance, when you have a primary key in your database that you are retrieving which can exceed the max value of int, which are minus 2,147,483,648, or in the positive sign, which is positive 2,147,483,647. Go ahead and run your NetBeans. Let's create a new program called integer type. So go down to the main method. First, we need to enter the data type. In our case, it will be short. It is important to note that all data types are case sensitive. Next, we are going to name our variable called myNumber. Then end it with a semicolon. Then press enter. On the next line, we will assign something into the data type we just created. So enter myNumber again, followed by the equal sign, then the value that we want to assign. In our case, we will just enter 32,767. Just like any other statements, we will end this with a semicolon. It is important to note that when assigning a whole number, not to enter any comma. Let us show the value on our screen. Type system.out.println myNumber is as myNumber. Let's run the program and we can see myNumber is 32,767, which is what we assigned to the variable. Let's go back and change the value of myNumber to 32,768. Right away, we can see a red line indicating that there will be a compilation issue with this line. Let's see what the problem is. It is saying incompatible types. The reason being is that 32,768 is higher than the allowed max value for the short type. To resolve this, we will replace the short type into an int type. And the red line disappears. Let's run the program again. And we can see the output. Let's go back again to the program, and this time let's change the value of my number into 2,147,483,648. Again, the red line appears, and it's saying the number is too large. To try and resolve this, we will replace the int type into a long type. But this time, just by changing the data type did not resolve the issue. The reason being is when assigning a value to a long data type, we need to explicitly indicate the value being assigned is actually a long data type. In order to do that, we need to add a capital L or a small l at the end of the number. There you go, the red line is gone, and we can run the program again. And the output is showing on the screen. That's it for this tutorial. Thanks everybody for watching. Let's high five and see you soon.